Welcome into the kitchen, everybody. Chef Bud Anderson back in after the weekend. How was it?
My weekend was fantastic. And yours?
It was exceptional. I love eating good food, and we were able to do that. We did Bob's Steakhouse in the Omni 2 nights, and then did breakfast or Kitchen 324, little brunch action.
You were just all over Oklahoma City, like you own that place, weren't
Man,
you?
I'm telling you, I like Oklahoma City.
And it likes you, so I've been told.
It definitely did not oppose. I can tell you
Okay,
that.
so we're gonna do a chicken dish now.
Okay.
When I first moved to this great state from the north,
Nebraska.
I was asked several times about something that I'd never heard of before.
Tell me about it.
Everyone kept asking me, "Can you make chicken spaghetti for our event?" I didn't know what that was. So I've made it many times. That's not what this is. This is like that on steroids, but this is so good, and I like it a lot. So anyways, I've browned out some chicken. Now, one of the things you can do with this chicken is you can use an Italian seasoning. I made my own seasoning rub with basil and thyme and oregano, a little bit of salt and pepper, but you can use just straight Italian seasoning. Then in the pan, after you've done that, you're going to deglaze it with some chicken broth or chicken stock, okay? We just want to get some flavor built in there.
There was a little butter in there. You got some butter going.
I just did that because I knew you like butter.
Yeah, I love butter.
Anyways, so you take this, rub that all out, okay?
Okay.
Now, go ahead.
So, true story. I don't eat regular spaghetti. I won't touch
Really?
it. I will not touch regular spaghetti. I do not like
I
it.
wish you would have told me that today.
No.
The
this-
pasta or the...
It's the marinara.
Yeah, okay,
something
I
about
gotcha.
that combination, I don't mess with
It
it.
makes you mad, huh?
This I'll do.
Okay, so now we're going to add some cream. Okay, so all we're really doing now is making our sauce, okay? The pasta we've already cooked off, and I suggest this is anybody that's Italian out there, they're probably going to write in and say that fat guy's a liar. But listen,
Come on,
I always rinse my pasta a little bit. I just do. It's just who I am. A lot of people don't want to do that, so, and I don't begrudge you that.
Because you do you.
Yeah, well, a lot
You're
of
in the
people,
kitchen,
a lot
you
of
do
people are
you.
taught that way. Then we're gonna add just a little bit of garlic to this.
Okay.
And we want to get the garlic in so that it kind of consolidates with the cream. So right now we're basically building an Alfredo type sauce. Okay. Now the one key to this is once you do your chicken, and look how nice that cooks up. It's all nice and brown.
Okay.
Once you get all golden brown like that, pull it out of the pan and set it over there and just set it away from the pan so you can use the bottom of the pan and get all that stuff off the bottom, which is called what?
Fun.
Yeah, that boy. Okay, now this point here, look at that.
It looks
I
gorgeous.
can't do much more.
You
than
did.
that.
You did.
Okay.
You did
I
good
do
there.
the best I can. Okay. Now, just some Parmesan cheese, grated Parm, not
Grated Parm, not the other stuff.
not that stuff that you get in a green can.
I noticed that you brought.
We're gonna use that on top.
Man, this is going to be good
you
stuff.
like that, don't you?
Pecorino Romano.
Tell
Are
people
you
about
kidding
that.
me?
Do you use that a lot?
Well, I just think like most people will do the Parmesan because it's easy. That's what everybody has done. But if you go to the kitchen or the cheese section, you can kind of crank it
our
up. The
friends
Pecorino Romano.
Our friends at Market Street have that. And it's
Oh,
really
it's
good.
so good.
Now, explain to people kind of the sharpness of it. It has a sharper flavor than. I always
There's saltiness to it.
I always compare it a little bit to like if you use Gorgonzola cheese or blue cheese. It kind of fits in that bottom.
There's a little bit more flavor to it. To me, Parmesan doesn't have a whole lot of flavor.
No,
It's pretty
no.
dry. The Pecorino it's just, don't over season your stuff because you're going to add there's a lot of saltiness in that cheese.
Right. Now, when you get done with it, thank you. That was a very good.
I do what I can.
You know, as years have gone by with you, your explanations of food have become fantastic. I just want you to know
I'm
that.
a guy that likes to
tell you
eat.
that
I don't
enough.
know the specifics of what you call things. I just know that I like to eat.
I don't tell you that enough. I don't
thanks.
appreciate you enough, I don't think.
Well, Bud, thank
And
you. I'm glad that we're having this talk.
I always think to myself, I should appreciate him more. Anyways, so now you can see after we add the chicken, and make sure you add all of that residue, the drippings at the bottom of that pan.
Because that's the flavor. That's the good stuff.
That's right.
That's the stuff that really brings the whole dish together.
Now we're gonna add just a little more cheese because your cheese is your thickening agent here. Okay.
Right.
So it's gonna help thicken this up. And then the way I serve this now, you got two choices. You can add the pasta in, but we're gonna put the pasta on the side. Then put this in there, and then you can kind of pull the pasta over.
I
and
like
it's
that.
not some big goofy.
Okay.
We'll hit it with some cheese, throw a piece of bread on there. This is a good dish because it's kind of a upscale chicken spaghetti. Your family will love it. It's creamy, it's cheesy, it's garlicky.
And if you got a guy like me who doesn't typically like the typical spaghetti, this is something that I can get into.
Now, is this something that, I don't know how much time I have left, but is this something that you from your childhood that you had it so
Yes, it is. I'll share with you
much? Okay,
all
see, I
about
always
that
know.
during
I
the
know
break.
him like the back of my hand.
There
folks.
is trauma there. We've got more Studio 4 coming up after this. Back into the kitchen, and we have done a deal. And now for the topper.
Okay, so you can take some of this pepperoni. This is pepperoni Roma, so there's 2 cheeses in there. Just put some of that over the top. Oh my gosh, look at that. A little bit of bread. Listen, tell everybody why you don't like marinara.
Okay, so I had a baby. Growing up, I had a babysitter. My mom worked the 2 to 10 shift at Trucktown. She was always either that or she was at the Blue Front Cafe. That was later in life. But
Was
when I was younger,
Trucktown what was that?
it was
Like
a truck stop over
okay.
off of Eastern.
Okay, I'm new to the area.
And so anyway, it doesn't matter. My mom always worked the
Right.
2 to 10 shift, and this babysitter that I had, it was almost nightly because it was cheap to make, and
Yeah.
it was just the noodles and tomato sauce.
Right.
Nothing in between. So I grew up with this lady telling me I had to eat that every night, and then it was one of those deals. You can't get up until you clean your plate.
Oh yeah, that deal.
And so next thing I know, I'm sitting at the dinner table until my mom gets there at like 10:35, and it was just I was like, so when I decided I'm an adult, when I have that choice, and so I just grew up not liking spaghetti.
I have a similar situation. When I was a young sous chef, I lived in a studio apartment. All it had was a little window. What do you call them here? You guys call them something here. We call them air conditioners, but what do you call them? Swamp cooler, little
Yeah.
one. In Nebraska, so hot. And I remember going to that kitchen every night, and I was poor. And I said, someday I'm going to be the man, and when I am, I'm running my thermostat at 62.
And that's
By
what you
God,
do.
you could swing me to my house. Let me tell you something.
And another thing about when growing up, your dad used to always get the chicken breast, and you'd end up with the chicken
Oh,
thigh.
yes, the thigh.
And you
I won't eat
decided,
thighs.
and now you won't eat chicken
I
thighs.
won't eat thighs. I'll eat it every once in a while. Hey, speaking of all this good stuff, I want to say hi to my main man, Sheppy. Him and I had a great weekend. He got some blue birthday cake ice cream from Brahms from Old Pappy.
Oh, man.
He tore that up. Go look at it. It's
Pappy
great.
taking care of business over
I
there.
do. So anyways, try this. This is a great dish.
Okay.
I know it's a little bit heavy, but man, come see us next week at the table, and we got something more for you next week.
All right, perfect. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you back here tomorrow.